It's Bourbon Night. It's a flight fight. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
And welcome to the second of the semifinals, Sarah.
That's right.
Yeah.
2 more to go, and then we'll be at the finals after this.
Whew! 64 bourbons, under $30.
It's a lot of bourbons.
Man, oh man, what a journey it has been. What do we got in this flight? Let's check it out.
So, Chad, we didn't actually agree on all 4 of these. One of them is different for each of us. So you have Evan Williams Single Barrel at 86.6 proof, and I have Medley Brothers at 102 proof. Then from there on out, we're exactly the same. We both have Buffalo Trace at 90 proof, Jim Beam Double Oak at 86 proof, and Old Grandad at 80 proof.
So yeah, a difference there. Kind of surprised you didn't pick
really surprised.
Evan Williams and that. I remember that flight. You went. It was the proof. It was that 102 proof.
It was the
of the
proof.
Medley Brothers. It was hard to get past. Yeah, I end up picking the Evan Williams product. That's cool.
I'm such a proof snob.
Maybe it depends on the day. Then we got the tried and true Buffalo Trace in there.
I mean,
Old Grandad, that represents the Jim Beam.
Right.
Besides the other Jim Beam. The other Jim Beam in there, which is
other Jim.
Other bourbon's a Jim Beam. So technically 2 Jim Beam products in here. Yours with the Medley Brothers is going to be the highest proof.
The highest proof.
I don't have that one in here, but we are trying things at the same time. We don't know the order if you're new to the channel. But let's just get started and go with Bourbonnais. Oh, kind of nutty. Is that what you were going to say?
No, because I don't know if we're drinking the same thing or not. I'm trying to decipher independently from you.
Well,
I don't know. I don't ever like to go all in depth on the first try of Bourbonnais because it's like my intro. For me, I'm definitely getting some of the wood notes through the nose, a little bit of just a tiny bit of musty. Vanilla, pretty standard.
Yeah, let's just get it. Let's just get into it.
Get it.
Well,
I definitely get a lot of the wood notes. Oakiness. Still that little bit of mustiness. The vanilla's not so much for me. It could be 102 proof. It could be. It hangs around. It's got quite a little bit of heat there towards the end.
I don't know. Yeah, this to me is tasting, I don't know, around 86 to 90 proof.
Oh, really, Chad?
Yeah, it's pretty fair.
How astute.
Guess there for mine. Oh, this is fruitier.
Yes. Okay, so I think that we may be drinking the same one here based on our reactions.
Syrupier, sweeter.
Yeah, it's got a fruity syrupy note.
Almost has an artificial sweetness type of.
It smells like a fruit roll-up. But under that, I still get a little char, just a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
The fruit is definitely in that thick sweetness of a syrup is coating whatever's underneath.
Yep. All right. Super easy.
I'm trying to guess. I shouldn't do that. Why do I do that? Nope. That's
nope.
Her. Nope. I like the puzzle of it though.
Sure, you're just trying to solve something.
I like to solve mysteries. I don't know if you know this about me.
All right, Nancy Drew.
All my shows that I watch are mysteries.
You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
I'm just taking notes.
Oh my gosh.
You heard it here first.
I kind of think all females, they seem to love to watch those crime shows. Just taking notes.
Well, now I'll get half your bourbon, so actually I'll get all of it in that case.
Yeah.
Anyways, a less morbid topic. We are in October.
Yeah, we are. When you let it set around, I do get kind of a barrel sorta nutty type of syrupy, definitely sweet though type of flavor. It does taste lower proof to me, just saying.
I think the sweetness is becoming the dominant flavor because the proof is lower. It does taste lower proof, and for me, I'm liking A better just because I like that less sweet, higher proof thing that it's got going on. Oh, now that's a nice nose.
This
for me today, all of the wood notes are jumping out.
Really?
Yeah, I think it might just be because it's like actually fall weather outside now, and it's kind of crisp, and I'm wearing a coat.
Again,
I'm having a little trouble with it though.
Is sweet, kind of fruity, a little artificial sweetness type of nose. Right. Not really your typical classic bourbon notes, at least on the nose. I don't know.
I'm not feeling the artificial sweetness. Maybe this is what more we're different.
Maybe. Oh, it drinks a lot better than the nose.
Yeah.
Now there's the classic flavors.
Yeah.
Getting the caramel, the barrel. Yeah.
I get some vanilla on the finish.
Some wood.
The classics
in there. Yeah, it's playing all the hits. Not a super long finish.
But the flavor's good, especially right there in like that mid palate. Mm-hmm. It's pretty rich.
It is.
I think it really shines there. Like you said, not a super long finish. The beginning, I think it's because the proof, it's a little mellow at the beginning.
Ooh, but
it has.
You take 2 quick sips,
And you get.
and it's got a little building heat on the tongue. It sure does. Huh. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, I see you.
All right, I see you,
I see you. I see you. I see you, Bourbon C. Well, that's a horse of a different color, says Jimmy Stewart for some reason. He's not even in that movie. He's not in that movie.
It's Jimmy Stewart, but he's in The Wizard of Oz.
But he's in The Wizard of Oz. Well, I don't know what you're doing, but you
Who
can't
put that house there?
You can't see the wizard. I don't know. I forget what she says, but he's like, well, that's a horse of a different color. Why didn't you say so? Come on in.
I don't know about that reference.
Now, this is completely, the most far...
This is salted caramel for me.
Far left
and
field. It's far and away. It's the most different of all these noses.
Yeah, I keep getting salted caramel.
It smells cold. Can that be a thing?
What does that mean? Like
I
cold,
don't know.
like crisp? Like
maybe.
Icy?
There's a crispness in the air.
I like it. I think it smells good. Oh, we're drinking now.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
Hey.
I'm digging that.
All right. Crisp. It is crisp. It has a little bit of maybe like some apple in there.
I still am getting salted caramel.
I get a sweet apple peel type of thing going on.
Okay, I could get like a gala apple peel. And I know that's oddly specific, but I'm very particular about my apples, which is why I know. I'm like, I don't want that apple. I want this apple. I have opinions about apples.
Totally. We recently had some boozy apple cider, and I'm sort of getting on the finish the same type of boozy apple cider.
But without the overly sweet.
Right. Yeah, it's not as sweet as that, but it's in that neighborhood. Well, everything changes in round 2, but before we're going to go to round 2, we're going to bring back something that we haven't brought back in a while, and that's cracker time. Some nice saltine crackers to clear the palate in between one.
Salted oyster. Yep, I guess they're like saltine crackers, but in oyster cracker shape.
In oyster form. This Cracker Time is brought to you by WedgewoodRings.com. It's where I got my wedding ring, which has a barrel stave. It's actually a barrel head on the inside. Sent it to them. They put it in there, but they also have staves from different distilleries, including Scotch, Bourbon, wherever you like. Check them out. And right now, through the month of October, this is October 2019, we're talking about, depending on when you're watching this, It's Bourbon Night. Viewers can enter coupon code BourbonNight10 to get 10% off of your order. I love my ring. I love it. Like I say,
I love it.
Satisfied customer right here, so we wanted to pass this information on to you guys. WedgewoodRings.com, BourbonNight10 for 10% off on your purchase. All right, we're going to need some more crackers and get back to this. Well, that was a good Cracker Time. We brought that back. A little blast from the past. Mm-hmm. Cracker Time is always good.
Cracker Time. I love snacks.
Yeah. We took some time after Cracker Time. We're fully refreshed and ready to go. Round 2, starting the Bourbonnais.
Now that I come back to mine,
it's an interesting nose.
It has a little bit of like a peachy apricot and maybe a little nutmeg. It's almost like a peach cobbler-y kind of thing going on.
It's definitely fruity. Yeah, maybe get a little bit of citrus.
Maybe we are talking about the same thing. Who knows?
Who knows?
You will know soon. Mm-hmm. Ooh, after Cracker Time, that proof really pops you.
I like a lot more in round 2.
Me too.
I feel like starting off kind of cold, even though we did have a controlled bourbon, but in this flight, starting off cold with I was a little indifferent about it. Now round 2,
I'm liking it.
I'm liking it more. I'm liking what it's bringing.
That wood, that char, that richness, it's definitely high up there in my books. I'm liking it.
I'm liking this one too. I get the idea that this might be the different one for us. Not that we're trying to guess, but I'm not picking up high proof on this one like you are. So maybe this is the different one. But regardless, yeah, I'm getting the barrel on this one. I'm getting the classic kind of caramel vanilla. But I'm also getting, and maybe this might be residual from Bourbon D, but I'm getting kind of a little bit of apple or some type of fruit sweetness.
That's interesting because we did
in
the
there.
cracker time and all the time in between.
I know. Well, maybe I'm just looking for an excuse.
Maybe you just want apples.
Maybe
I did talk about them a lot.
Maybe I want some of that apple pie that you made on live.
I did do that.
Different.
So different.
So different.
I'm getting musty on this one this time around.
I kind of am too. But
like
faint.
musty old cinnamon.
Well, okay, I was gonna say musty old nuts. I get a faint nuttiness. Yeah, this one's very easy.
It's very easy.
Very easy. If anything, a little too easy.
Wasn't this the one that we described as so syrupy last time?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the cracker time must have really put things in perspective for us because I think that was a weird thing to say.
Well, it's
It's still sweet, but it's
like,
not as.
It's a watered down syrupiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it could use a little bit more punch. I'd appreciate that out of it.
I'm with you on that little bit of nuttiness though.
Mm-hmm. Which means all signs point to this being the old Granddad 80 proof.
Or the
Just
Jim
saying.
Beam.
Yeah, but I feel like I remember that double oak
I remember it having
pushing
a little
bit more
punch. Yeah.
A little bit more Jim Beaminess.
I buy your theory, Chad. I buy it.
I'm usually wrong. Much fruitier this time. I almost thought I got bananas.
No.
Or something. Or maybe it's a peach or... I don't know. It's not as sweet as last time, I'll say that.
I'm thinking it's sweeter than last time.
Oh!
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Now this one tastes super easy.
This one tastes so easy. Like almost easier than B.
It didn't taste this way in round one.
No, it did not.
Now this is the one that we said, I'm not really getting anything in the nose, and then tasted it, and we're like, oh, there it is. There's all the hits. There's the classic notes. I
think this is the Granddad. What'd you put on those crackers, Chad?
And I think in round one, we said you take 2 drinks back to back, and it has a building heat. I'm getting that still. Those flavors that I was kind of picking up in round one aren't so pronounced now. Maybe that's just because it's standing up to these others in the flight, but I do like it. I do think it is kind of the classic bourbon flavors, but I don't know.
I also don't know. I think I differ from you. We both have predictions at this point. Less about what's right and more about who's right at this point. Anyways, we'll leave that to Bourbons B and C. We could both be wrong. I think we should talk about Bourbon D again.
Bourbon D, second time around.
Oh, that nose is just so nice. There is something so comforting and almost like a little nostalgic note in there. It's nice.
I think I like the nose better the second time around.
Oh, it's
but
like...
I'm still getting that apple peel.
Yeah, I think it's got like that citrus of the apple. Not citrus, but fruitiness.
There's some citrus in there.
But
there's some acidity.
There's some acidity. But then there's also like the comfort of like brown sugar and other nice warm things. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's good. It is a little sweet, fruity.
I don't know. I get the apple, but I don't get it as overly fruity. I get it as more like the bright crispness of an apple.
Second sip.
It's just so, for me, well-rounded, balanced. Like the first time around, I was like, oh, it starts off kind of sweet, and I still agree with that. But I think it has more on the second taste. Still really, really the richness is in that mid palate, and then I think the finish is stronger this time. For me. So I liked coming back to it a second time. I just think it's so well rounded and good.
I definitely like it more the second time. I picked up a lot more on the second time, both in round 2 and the second taste. I will say this, Sarah, nothing like is after 2 rounds just raising its hand and saying, hey, I'm gonna be your first place.
I mean, I have a contender or 2 for first, and
a contender, but you don't have one that's like, yeah, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
I think I need to side by side some things first. I have one that I'd put my money on.
Okay.
I don't have a last place in mind at this point.
Yeah, and I thought, maybe there would have been more of a clear and present
loser,
winner and loser. So this is really gonna take some A/B testing, which is what we do about right now. And we don't want to inundate you guys with ads, but we always do our own plugs, which is for whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get the t-shirt that I'm wearing, the glasses that we are tasting from, the water glasses that we're drinking from, also our challenge coins and other things, rocks glasses and so forth, are on there. WhiskyAmbitions.com.
You can become a patron. It's patreon.com/itsbourbonnight, and we give you the inside scoop on events that are coming up, when new merch arrives. You get patron-only podcasts and lots of good conversation with a great whiskey community.
There you go. So this is where we leave you. We're going to start A/B testing these things, and then we're going to come back with our results. See you soon. Okay, we're back. We did it.
Well, some of us better than others.
I had a harder time than you. I'll say it. I'll admit it. It's fine. This was one of the hardest.
Now,
what do we say every time?
This was one of the hardest fights. I can't agree with you on that one.
It was really hard.
I
felt everything was very. I found my first and second, and then I was going for my last. The last was really hard. I didn't want to put one of these in last place.
We'll call it fourth place.
Yeah,
not last
fourth
place. I think that makes sense, though, because you didn't have like an outlier as far as proof when they were all within a very close range. So I think that makes a lot of sense why you maybe had a harder time than I did.
From 80 to 90 proof is what I had.
And I had 80 to 102, which gave me a little more wiggle room to compare things.
Sure.
Compare and contrast.
So,
shall we start with our last place? Because that's what we have in common.
I put C in last place.
I also put C in last place.
Okay, then. So, in fourth place. Is Bourbon C. And Bourbon C is
Old
Grandad 80. So I was wrong in my initial prediction. I was wrong, and people saw that, and they're talking about it. They're talking about it right now.
Cool.
They're probably not even talking about it.
They're like, yeah, we get it. Sarah's right. That's the normal story.
Well, I put B in third place.
I also put B in third place.
Now, this is the one that I thought was the 80 proofer. I'm
this is the one
to
I
see
thought was the Jim Beam.
What it is. In third place, Bourbon B is Jim Beam Double Oak. So they were both beams.
They were both beams.
We put two beams in third and fourth place.
I'm wondering, Chad, if it's because we've been drinking a lot of Bookers lately. So, like, I can identify a beam profile, but just because I can identify it as beam does not mean it's going to get in first place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I didn't dislike this. It's just a little too low proof for me. When I want my Jim Beam to be at least 100 proof with Knob Creek.
All right, so here's a moment of truth. I put Bourbon A in first place.
I put Bourbon D in first place.
Okay, and we still have that differing of
we haven't figured out. Yeah.
Ladies first. So advancing to the finals. So this will be unlike the first semifinals when we picked the same thing and it advanced. This will
we'll
be
have a different
final. Yeah. It was bound to happen.
Crazy. It was bound to happen.
So advancing into the final round for Sarah, Bourbon D is
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace, which means I didn't pick Buffalo Trace.
That's correct.
Oh, it happened in the in the 50 under 25.
It sure did.
It happened again. Well, that's my second place. My second place is Bourbon D, and it's Buffalo Trace. Correct.
It's good.
Confirmed.
That apple's still there.
Well,
still hanging out.
Means in second place for Sarah, Bourbon A,
which is the Medley Brothers.
Medley Brothers, which means for Chad, and you already know it, advancing on to the finals for me is Bourbon A, and that is Evan Williams Single Barrel.
And what world are we in where I didn't pick an Evan Williams?
Right?
You thought you knew us, but you don't.
Man.
We don't even know us.
And Buffalo Trace didn't advance for me.
So strange.
Dang-gummit. Well, there you go.
Yeah, but this is weird. Seems like the upside down, where I don't have an Evan Williams in my flight, and you do, but you don't. I picked the Buffalo Trace, and you didn't. I don't know.
It's how it goes in blind flights. You just
never
know. Cool. So that will do it for us. You can click up here if you haven't subscribed already. You can subscribe. You can join us in a new video down here. But I want to say thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Chad.
Okay. Until next time, drink more bourbon.